Hello, and welcome to Replay Analysis, where we are going to look at Diamond level Zerg today, and our opponent for our Diamond player is going to be a Diamond level Protoss player. Black Swarma doesn't know what to do. He's struggling, so we're going to help him figure it out. So far, so good. You are not making any mistakes. Nicely timed and natural. Good shit. You actually got your hatchery done before the probe blocked you. This is great. Going well so far. Your droning is on point. It's on time. The probe has now proceeded to go to the right. I like that you moved your Overlord. I would have done the same thing. I absolutely hate that you're pulling drones for this, though. There's no point to pull drones for this. The only time you would ever want to pull drones for this is if you needed to kill cannons that were in range of something that was important. And yeah, the only thing that's actually scary about this is that he could actually send another probe over here or bring his first probe down and start cannoning the back of your mineral line with a pylon from the high ground and then build another pylon here later on. This, however, is not scary if you built cannons on the right side here because you can't surround them fully with buildings. So your drones could literally kill them as they start if you started cannons. All you're doing right now is wasting your time. Don't pull your drones for a pylon like that. So there comes the cannons to the low ground. But now here's the thing. Low ground cannons are not a big deal either, because if he puts cannons too far away from the hatchery, he can't even shoot the hatchery. But I imagine he's probably going to put them like there against the mineral line. But what you can do is you can just cancel this hatchery and go somewhere else. Like let him build cannons and cancel and go somewhere else. And then make Ravager. If you let the hatchery finish, this is a mistake. Good job. So like, this is another thing, right? You canceled the hatchery. You canceled it, yet you're still trying to stop the pylon. I don't know why. It's happening. You have to accept the fact that this is happening now. And this is not something you can kill. Like, you're not going to kill this pylon. The cannon's going to kill you off the pylon. Oh. You lost a lot of drones. You lost 250 minerals of drones and 75 minerals of canceling a hatchery and going somewhere else. And you never even built the hatchery. So all that you needed to do here, okay? The only thing you needed to do, I want you to know something as well. These cannons are in range of your gas, but they're out of range of your mineral line. They won't even shoot your mineral line. Like 99% sure they won't shoot your mineral line. They would definitely shoot you if you went to the behind it, but they won't shoot you right here. You're too far away. So all you had to do this game was cancel this, take it there, and then build a roach warren, and then make roaches and kill these with Ravagers. You're gonna lose all your lings. See how he's not even shooting you? This is such a waste of money. For Protoss. You allowed it to not be a waste of money. And don't make a spine here. You don't need a spine here. You just need Ravagers. You've lost so many drones already. Yeah, all you had to do here, seriously, was expand somewhere else. Expand somewhere else. Don't pull any drones the entire time. And you know what you should have done? I'm not even kidding. The second you saw this, you should have pulled a second drone and went and took like this base. So if you had like this base and this base, You should be on 3 bases right now to respond to the Protoss who is doing a macro cannon rush on you. If this was me, this would have been my reaction, okay? 100%, this would have been how I would have reacted. Pylon, don't react. I watch it with Overlord. He builds on low ground. I don't react. I let him finish a cannon. I cancel my hatchery. I build it up here. He builds cannons here and here. I don't react because they're out of range of my mineral line. I have a roach warren being started. I scout his natural going up with my Overlord 46 seconds ago. I take another drone and I run it down my ramp and I go over here to take another base because this is so far away from his cannons, he can't shoot the ramp. So I 3-base it while he wastes money making cannons. I then save 3 larvae right as my roach warren is done, and I instantly make 3 roaches. Also, I watch with my Overlord. I back my Overlord up when he makes a cannon there, back to like right there, so I can watch where his zealot wants to go or whatever he makes, or if he even makes a unit out of the gateway. If he doesn't make something fast enough, I immediately creep tumor right there. If he does make something fast enough, I save energy on my queen for just a second and wait until I can get roaches out of my hatchery and then plant a creep tumor there. So I can connect my bases with creep aggressively, fast. So that way I can have queens be mobile in case this guy wants to go fucking Void Ray follow-up, which is like 99% of the time going to be what's going to happen. And then what you can do as well, this is advanced, but this is what I would do. So you could just macro out of that and make drones and shit and kill the cannons with 3 Ravagers. But what I would do personally is I would make about 6 queens or like 7 queens, and I would send the first 3 queens out of my base, and each one of them would go creep tumor, and creep tumor. Each one would put a creep tumor down and run across the map. And I would have all of them group up like right here. And I'd have them pushing up towards his front door. And my Ravagers would be hitting the front door the entire time once I killed his pylons in this area. Because you want to know what you can do once you kill the pylons? Put a creep tumor on them. Have your creep go like this. Creep tumor. Creep tumor. Creep tumor. Creep tumor. And you know what happens? This whole fucking area is covered in creep. And even if another probe comes back here, he can't even build a pylon because it's covered in creep. And then your creep tumor can progressively go forward again and leave this area. You don't even need to kill this with roaches and ravagers. You can just kill the pylons if they're exposed like that and move on. And then immediately go to his base with ravagers and start killing the cannon and probes and whatever else at his base with ravager. And then if you have 3 queens come across the map, if he goes for a Stargate, 3 queens can shut down like 1 void, no problem. Especially with transfuse. That's what I would have done. But at this point now, I'm not even kidding. At this point, I honestly think you've already lost the game. Hobo. I really do. You've lost 6 drones already. You're at 14 drones right now. You're in such a awful, you're on 1 base. You're just, like, your natural's not even done yet. You're actually behind his natural right now with yours. You are so far behind right now, it is crazy. Like, you're fucked at the moment. This is brutal. This is fucking brutal. It's so brutal. Man, his base is just asking to be harassed right now. There's nothing here. I mean, that's what I would do. Again, it's harder to do that, but that's 100% what I would do. And I would also have already 3 bases up at this point. I would already have 3 bases being with 3 larva waves coming with drones constantly. I would probably be at like 45 drones already right now. Also, another trick, stop mining gas once you get 3 Ravagers. Like, take 2 of them off. Leave 1 on so you can gradually take your layer. But take 2 off so you can explode all of your minerals on making queens, overlords, and drones. You can't make shit right now, and you have a lot of gas. You see how much time you're wasting on his proxy? Take out drones if he's 16 and 16 on minerals. So I said again what I would be doing, and I would have 3 bases already, and there would be no fucking way you would already have 48 drones on minerals the second you have 3 Ravagers. It's impossible. I would just take 2 drones off and put them on my natural or something. Like another base. Yeah, you're wasting so much time, man. You're not using your larva at all. There we go. You made your layer at the base over here, which is really exposed. You're so far behind on drones. At 7 minutes, I'm telling you right now, at 7 minutes, you should already have about 80 drones. Honestly. You should have like 75 to 80 drones, somewhere in that number. And you could have, if you would have responded by, firstly, not losing your drones to all the cannons early on, and just wasting a bunch of mining time. And secondly, if you would have made a 3rd base the second you saw he was expanding, there's no reason why you can't take a 3rd really fast. You're so fucking far behind right now. You're so far behind. And you're not spreading any creep at all, either. I'm so afraid for you, because you have no creep. This is so scary. You're blind as fuck everywhere you go. You're literally like... You're so blind. You just can't see shit. Now you walked into Void Rays. And this was, like I said before, 99% chance this is what the follow-up is going to be. It is almost every single time. And the reason why it's almost every single time is because Stargate makes it really hard for Protoss to die to a Zerg who counter all-ins Protoss after they cannon rush. It's really good at like keeping them alive. That's why that's why I said I would have pulled 3 queens as well with it. So I could have had 3 Ravagers killing the cannons in the buildings and probes, while 3 queens covered the Ravagers from voids long enough for me to get a ton of damage done, and it would like pay for itself so hard. Again, that's advanced. You don't have to do that, but I already knew he was going to go fucking voids, and the fact that you have no creep means you have no way to defend your bases now. This base is going to die. This base is going to die. And then you're going to be down to 2 bases again now. This is so fucking scary for you. Okay, so he doesn't want to kill this base, apparently. Oh, it's because you're attacking his base. But then, like, you could say, nice counterattack. You pulled him back. But you lost everything to do it. You just lost all of your units. And he's lost no voids, so his void rays are just, like, amassing now. They're getting to be a very high number. So that's actually, like, pretty fucking scary for you. And he's gonna come right back now and fuck you up. And there goes another base. And then he says GG offensively. I mean, it's a dick thing to say. This guy's an asshole, but he's not wrong. The game is over. You didn't have a proper response to the voids early on. Or, sorry, to the cannons early on. So everything I said early on, does that make sense, Hobo? Like, obviously there's going to be a VOD. There's going to be a VOD, so you can listen to it multiple times, but absolutely should have went 3 base because he went 2 base. And then literally make 3 Ravagers and fucking stop. And take your drones off gas and like really explode your minerals with queens, larva, drones, overlords, injects, all that shit. And connect your bases with creep. Yeah, this guy's a dick though, for sure. Since the offensive EGG'd, I did this. Nice. Yeah. So just, yeah, I mean, you could have definitely destroyed this guy. I'm not going to lie. Just, you do not have to do the Queen Roach Ravager, the Queen Ravager attack that I said. You do not have to do that. You could have literally just gone through your Ravagers and cleared out your base defensively, and then just expanded and went for a mineral heavy build, and then put drones back on gas around the time when you had like 30 plus drones on minerals. Like basically, as soon as your drone count says like 33, 34, whatever, put two drones back on gas then, and take your layer, and then literally keep making drones and keep making queens because he's going Stargate, and don't take any of your other gases. Take all 5 other gases at the same time when your drone count is like 70, and also have a 4th base started as well around the, like maybe like 60 drones. Like start at 4th base then too, because you're going to be really rich. You don't need to rush gas super fast. You just need gas initially for Ravagers and you're fucking done. And then one gas mine can easily take you to a layer and easily start a Hydrogen once you like resaturate your first gas. That's like no problem. And then once you have a good drone count, you can make a lot of queens. You can make a lot of creep. I'm going to tell you right now, queens and creep kill void rate. Like, I think people underestimate how good queens are. Queens and creep counter void rays, like 100% counter void rays, because you can see where they're coming from at all times, and then queens can destroy voids early game when the counts are kind of low, when there's like less than 10 voids. You can easily beat void rays with queens because it's very realistic to transfuse your queens through that damage, and queens will just beat the crap out of voids then. Like if you have like 13 queens versus like 9 void rays or like 6 void rays, you will smash that with queens, like no problem. And then once you have the like 70 drones and you take all other 5 gases at once, keep making drones and go up to about 85 drones and have the rest of those drones go to your 4th base, and then go 4 base, inject mass hydras, and you're just literally going to win the game. Like, I'm guaranteeing you would win the game if you did that. And you could follow it up with like +1 weapons for Hydra, like range weapons, and +1 Carapace. So you can start upgrading Hydra or weapon and armor. You could get either roach speed or a metabolic boost for Zerglings to support the Hydra as well. And yeah, you would max out so fast if you played that way. You just didn't do drone priority at all. You didn't, like, your natural was so fucking late, and your 3rd base was incredibly late, and you didn't spend your larva either, and you kept mining gas the entire time. And you couldn't even spend your money very well because your gas was like your resource. You lost so many drones, and you were also prioritizing gas. You had like at one point like 8 drones on minerals and 3 guys on gas. Like, that's fucking brutal. That's actually not good at all. So anyways, I hope that helps, Hobo. I hope that helps to figure out some ideas there on how to react to that stuff in the future. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate you very much for just being so goddamn supportive all the time. And if you guys like the replay analysis, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Have a good day. Happy holidays. And yeah, peace, everybody. See ya.